Southeastern is known for a number of educational departments, but one of Southeastern's most successful programs would be its concentration in jazz studies, an area that is spotlighted every year by an event honoring one of the university's most famous alumni. Every year, Michael Brothers helps organize the Bill Evans Jazz Fest for students to flex their talents while honoring one of Southeastern's most prominent alumni, Bill Evans, a legendary jazz pianist.
Bill was originally from New Jersey, was brought here by Ralph Pottle actually he came here on a flute scholarship, but piano was his main instrument. Graduated here in 1950, left for New York. By 1958, he was working with Miles Davis. And in 1959, he was one of the sidemen on Miles' album Kind of Blue, which is to this day still the #1 selling jazz album in history.
And because of the mark he left on jazz, Southeastern sought to honor the late alumni by hosting multiple jazz events in honor of him. During these events, students and spectators alike gathered to listen to the soothing sounds of jazz. The festival started in 2002 and will be hitting its 24th anniversary in 2025.
The festival in and of itself is kind of the culmination of the year, and there's a couple of different components to it. There's obviously the concert part of it, and there's several concerts, evening concerts that take place during the week of the festival. So our second jazz groups, our jazz combos play at the beginning of the week. The middle of the week, the Alumni Jazz Ensemble, they get together every year, rehearse a couple days, put on a concert. It's one of the most popular concerts at the festival. Then the jazz faculty play with our guest artists. So during the festival, we bring in nationally, internationally recognized jazz guest artists every year. So they're kind of here in residence for a week, working with our students. And they play a concert with the faculty, and then they play a concert with the University Jazz Ensemble, which is the group I direct. So our students have a chance to work with and interact with, a top-rated, professional jazz performer. So they get, not only performing their music or music that we've kind of selected jointly to work with them on, but a lot of them get insight, to their career.
Alongside Jazz Fest, the department organizes multiple events in the fall and spring. In the fall is what's referred to as the Jazz Ensemble, where they will have 2 jazz concerts, one in October and one at Christmas time known as the Big Bang Christmas Concert, held in the Columbian Theater. When spring arrives, they host a fundraiser to help support the Jazz Festival, which will be held on April 7th.
Obviously, we want them to come to all the concerts, but the Bill Evans Jazz Festival Week is, we've worked really hard to turn that into not only a big event for the university from an educational standpoint, for our students, for jazz students across the state and region to come and participate, but also for the community. There's been a lot of community support for the festival and making the transition to bringing the whole thing to the Columbia Theater, so it's, which is part of the university. But having it downtown where we have really giving it the greatest visibility as opposed to just being here in Pottle, that it's, I've always wanted it to be a community event. Come April, everybody goes, oh yeah, it's Strawberry Festival. All right, fine. I also want them to go, oh, it's Jazz Festival time too.
Unlike other student musical organizations, everything is open to aspiring students to become involved with jazz. To join the best of the best at Jazz Fest, however, students have to pass auditions every fall to perform with Southeastern's elite.